You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight here in studio. We were just joined in the last hour by Alex Jones on the road. And he was talking about how humbling it is to be here as part of this operation. And I gotta say, for me, it's a very different experience. I didn't build it. Alex built it. And I know this represents something that he has worked at, a labor of passion that he's worked at for over 20 years. I've seen the documentaries before I came here. I'd seen the internet, talk radio. All of these things are such powerful tools to wake people up that really hadn't been used together in a way like Alex used them. And the synthesis of all that together, I think, was a very powerful thing, a very honest presentation of the problems that we're faced with. I've looked for a long time before I came here. I tried to get active in politics. I could never get any traction as a third-party politics, no matter what aspect I worked in it. Could not wake people up. It really was an educational issue. We were trying to run campaigns as a third party, trying to educate people, and yet it wasn't getting through because it didn't have the kind of power that we have now with the internet, with documentaries. It's very humbling to come here. I can't believe that I'm here. It was bizarre for me to come in here because I had been watching it like many of you have from a distance, and to actually come in here, see Alex, see part of the operation, it is a very humbling situation, and I just hope that I don't do anything personally to damage it. It's also amazing to me that Alex does not control what we have to say. And we all here are pretty much on the same page. Sometimes we'll have different takes on different issues, on things, and there's not a control about that. We're allowed to have that freedom, that honesty, and that's what I really appreciate here. Before we go, do you guys have that clip of the sheriff? Because I wanted to give a little bit of a clip of the sheriff's response, which didn't come for like 3 days after we put the article up. Of course, we reached out to him to try to get comment. That's not something we have to do. It's something we tried to do as a courtesy. They didn't respond to that, but they criticized us for not getting back to them until late on a Friday night, and yet they didn't put anything up, I believe, until the following Monday. Nevertheless, in the next segment, we're going to have the representative from Washington State, Matt Shea, and he's going to talk about his perspective on things there. Let's get the sheriff's perspective here briefly before we go to break.
InfoWars and Alex Jones, in my opinion, this is standard operation procedure. They only give you what fits their agenda. If you take a look at their site right now, you will find death threats towards this deputy that remain on that website. In my opinion, that is unconscionable, especially when this deputy has 20 years of law enforcement service.
Hold that right there. I got to respond to that about the death threats. I'm not aware of any death threats there. They did not contact us about any death threats. I got to say that when people put death threats up on our site, we take that down. If that doesn't get taken down, or even a veiled death threat, one of the first experiences, talking about coming here to InfoWars, one of the first experiences I had was answering the door to the Secret Service because somebody had made a veiled threat to the Bush family. And it was really very, very obscure. It wasn't like I'm going to find these guys and shoot them. It was very obscure. Came here demanding to know who had posted that. Don't put that on the internet. That's stupid. People who put that on the internet are either idiots or they're feds. So I don't know if he saw some death threats on there. I'd like to get him on. We'd like to talk to him. We're open to talking to the sheriff. We'd like for him to make his case. He wants to say that what we have is standard operating procedure, that we have a biased presentation of what's going on. How about the Southern Poverty Law Center that he invited in to talk to his deputies? Maybe he ought to compare notes to see who's right. Are we right? Is the Southern Poverty Law Center right? I don't know. We're going to talk to Matt Shea, a representative for Washington State who lives in the area. He's going to talk to us about his firsthand experiences. We're also going to talk about the rally that's going to be coming up this Saturday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
2015 is almost here, and with it comes those New Year's resolutions to finally transform your body the way you want it. There's a reason over 88% of New Year's resolutions fail. Make this year different by equipping yourself with Oxy Powder, the next level in cleansing the body naturally. Using super oxygenation, Oxy Powder, available through InfoWarsLife.com, gently cleanses the body while you sleep with easy capsules. Tens of thousands of individuals have used Oxy Powder to cleanse their bodies and aid in their transformations. Even InfoWars Nightly News Director Rob Dew has been using Oxy Powder with incredible success.
Took it that first day, then I took it for 6 more days after that. 12 pounds melted off in about a week. I'd say a week, 7 days.
2015 can be different. Diet and exercise are important, but a lot of us have already tried that. Oxy Powder flushes it out. Secure your Oxy Powder at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor just won't quit.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
Sold out for weeks due to the difficult and extensive proprietary process behind its creation, the exclusive InfoWars Life Secret 12 formulation is now back in stock in the last limited shipment of 2014. The most bioactive form that has been created with our proprietary process. This ultra-clean vitamin B12 nutraceutical has been carefully crafted and developed over the last 2 years and is based on cellular science of how your body actively absorbs essential nutrients. Secret 12 is taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Vitamin B12 deficiency is linked to scores of serious problems. And Secret 12 is a fusion of 2 organic proprietary forms of vitamin B12, bringing you a true nutraceutical quality vitamin B12. Secret 12. Secret 12 is an excellent Christmas gift and is tailor-made to boost your New Year's resolutions. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
Crashing through the lies and disinformation. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show on this Wednesday, December 17th. Coming up, we have Representative Matt Shea from Washington State. He's going to talk about this video that surfaced where the sheriff's deputy defended they're having the MRAPs. When asked, why do you need that in a small town? He said, well, we need it for the constitutionalists. We have people who have lots of weapons and ammunition around here. And then, of course, after we put that up, a couple of days later, the sheriff in that area posted this video in comment to that.
InfoWars and Alex Jones, in my opinion, this is standard operation procedure. They only give you what fits their agenda. If you take a look at their site right now, you will find death threats towards this deputy that remain on that website. In my opinion, that is unconscionable, especially when this deputy has 20 years of law enforcement service, has a Medal of Valor, and has served his nation in the United States military.
Okay, let's get Alex Jones's comments. He heard this in the segment 5 after, and it got his blood pressure up like it got my blood pressure up. Alex, you want to comment?
It's funny. I was talking to the guys earlier, and I said, hey, I haven't seen the sheriff's response yet, but we should play it. I know we're trying to get him on since this broke over the weekend. And then I heard you play it. I hadn't even seen it. I just said, well, I want to hear what he has to say. So then I heard you play that, so we just played it again. That is a total Southern Poverty Law Center, 100% Justice Department, Obama-written style deal. I mean, you know now. They admit they're being run by the Southern Poverty Law Center. That's a Justice Department spinoff. And it is just insane. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you go to CNN's website, you go to YouTube, there's every threat, every mindless garbage. We use third-party Discus. That's one of the biggest third-party commenting systems that almost half the other people use. Literally, it's just huge. And that has the moderators, everything by them. We got this out of house a few years ago, because we learned, in many cases, the feds were going in and posting threats to then put it on MSNBC and things. And as soon as we did that, they quit, because we realized it was a vulnerability that we had our own commenting system through WordPress that was on our own servers. Goodbye to the FBI, goodbye to the Secret Service, coming by with subpoenas wanting this and that. And I'm telling you, folks, they've caught the Army doing this before. It's been in the news. Just like they catch people in their own dormitories putting swastikas on the wall or putting a cross in their front yard. Most of the black churches getting burned down. It was, it's to get sympathy. Usually when some woman, a white woman, carves stuff in her face and says black guys do it, the cops immediately know she did it, or vice versa. I mean, these cases happen constantly. There are probably a lot of hotheads shooting their mouths off. That's just part of the internet. But also, we've got to look at them. They're the ones saying we're all violent. They're preparing for a war with conservatives and libertarians and constitutionalists when they swear an oath to the Constitution. We know that demonization is going on. So instead of answering why they're getting armored vehicles, why they're training for war, a shooting war in their words, with us, instead we have a Medal of Valor. Well, that's not in the Marines, is it? He has a Congressional Medal of Honor? No, I don't think so. I'm sure it's some Department Medal of Valor for SWAT team raids. The point is, just like they give drone pilots awards, he's sitting there crafting this for local TV in the community. This InfoWars is the most despicable thing I've ever seen in my service. They want our officers dead. We're under attack now. I mean, they just put that out to demonize us, just like he demonized us with his deputy, saying it's for the American people. When anybody who actually listens to this show knows we show both sides. But there isn't two sides to the federal government arming to the teeth against the American people and putting out tens of thousands of armored vehicles, 5,000 MRAPs the last 3 years, and all the rest of it. And it's not even the equipment that's the problem overall. It's that they're preparing them for a war, and they go back to this quote now. I don't see they're violent. I've never seen nothing like it. It's just despicable. They want a war with us. That Alex Jones, that InfoWars, all we're doing is getting MRAPs prepared to fight the Constitution, and they don't like it. I never heard nothing like that in my life. He's probably even putting that accent on. It sounds so fake. I'm here, and I'm real deliberative, and I'm talking to you, and I'm telling you right now, partner, you're not about to scalp our men, women, and children. We're under attack from InfoWars. Just save us. How dare them? No. All over the country, they're trying to brainwash police. Most police are seeing through it, and it's backfiring. We're here trying to defend local police from the Justice Department in an attempt to start a war between the people and the police. Everybody knows that's our message is nonviolence, but every time the Southern Poverty Law Center has a sock puppet, they just say we're violent. And when he said that, I want you to go to the representative of the state rep you have there to give us his take. I'm just so sick of this, and you can play more of his clip. But I was told that the sheriff's been calling, asking if we're going to play the full quote of the quote officer. Absolutely. I mean, the point is that this is a tactic they use. It's like Art Acevedo, the awesome police chief, who I think overall is a good guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. He's done a lot of good things for the department, but he's done a lot of bad stuff under federalization. His blood draw program has been overturned by the Supreme Court. All sorts of stuff. And I told him years ago, I said, that is unconstitutional, period. He said, no, it's not. It is constitutional. Well, guess what? It's been overturned. That's the exact type of stuff. When we had the mayor pro tem say, when we register your guns, we will then confiscate them. And then one of his supporters started cussing. We had the video, and the police chief said, no, that was your guy cussing. Well, no, Art, we weren't cussing. We have the video. So this is a tactic to change the subject. And I would tell police something. You'll get more respect instead of